Triumph have just launched an absolute jewel of a motorcycle to their all-new Speed Triple 1200 range, the Speed Triple 1200 RR. And it is a real beauty. It is based on the same platform as the Speed Triple 1200 RS, launched earlier this year, but has a few key distinctions. As I'm sure you're aware, it has a fairing and clip-on handlebars, but that's not all. Before we get started, if you want to know more about the RS, check out my video on the Speed Triple RS for a more in-depth look at Triumph's ground-up redesign of their iconic Street Fighter. Now back to the RR. So, is the Speed Triple 1200 RR the big engine Triumph sports bike you have been waiting for, or is it something else? In this video we'll have a look at the details and where the RR differs from the RS, and then you can decide for yourself. Hello and welcome to Moto Chatter. Let's dive into those details. The obvious place to start is the looks, and for me it looks fantastic. Perfect proportions, smooth flowing lines with a classic echo, but still somehow completely contemporary and stunning from every angle. The bikini fairing is simple yet elegant, particularly around the headlight, which for me gives it a look of Italian exotica. I'm thinking maybe MV Augusta, but either way the RR is a complete success in the looks department. All the cables and tubing have been neatly hidden away, adding to the chic and clean look of the bike, and who doesn't like a single-sided swing arm? Unlike the RS, the RR has carbon inlays between the tank and frame, under the fairing and on the sides of the radiator, as well as a carbon front mudguard. The RS also has a carbon front mudguard, but the RR's has been redesigned and along with the other carbon touches adds a refined and sporty finish to the look. The RR comes in two colour schemes, red hopper with storm grey and crystal white with storm grey and gold detailing. Both work really well on the RR and show off its lines in different ways. The tail is minimal with the same tail light signature as the RS, but the headlight has its own daytime running light signature specific to the RR. The RR comes supplied with both a colour matched seat cowl as well as a pillion seat as standard. A tail tidy would completely clean up the rear end number plate and indicators, but seeing as Triumph have to comply with legislation, they have done a good job with them, and it looks like they bolt off pretty easily. The engine remains unchanged from the RS, but it is all new for this year as it was completely redesigned from the previous Speed Triples. It is an 1160cc inline triple 12-valve double overhead cam liquid cooled unit with a bore of 90mm, a stroke of 60.8mm and a compression ratio of 13.2:1. It has been lightened, 7 kg lighter than the previous generation, as well as having 12% less powertrain inertia. The Speed Triple RR is putting out 177.6 horsepower at 10,750 rpm and 92.2 pound-foot of torque at 9,000 rpm. As you can see, it has linear power and torque curves which should provide smooth low down grunt and usable top end power. The engine is Euro 5 of course and has the same 3-in-1 stainless steel exhaust as the RS, with an underslung primary silencer and the clean looking side mounted secondary silencer. It also has the same stacked 6-speed gearbox and a slip and assist clutch with ramps to help the clutch springs and ultimately get more of that power and torque to the rear wheel. The Speed Triple motor is capable of over 44 miles per gallon. Pretty good for such a high performance engine, and the RR has a 15.5 litre fuel tank. As with the engine, the new Speed Triple chassis has been totally redesigned from the ground up, and both the engine and chassis were designed together as part of the same project at Triumph HQ in Hinckley. The idea was to make the big Speed Triple handle like the smaller Street Triple. The whole package was designed for mass centralization with a low center of gravity, and the new frame is 17% lighter than the previous generation Speed Triple's frame. The RR weighs in at just 199 kilograms wet. Of course, the RR shares this frame with the RS. It is made of cast aluminium and has been tuned and developed to be more focused than the previous Speed Triples too, although the RR is even more focused than the RS, with clip-on handlebars for the RR, which are 135mm lower and 50mm further forward than the Highline Street Fighter bars of the RS. The RR's clip-ons will help you get tucked in behind the fairing and give a more focused riding position to the Speed Triple RR. To go along with the new bar position, the foot pegs have also changed position, 25.9mm further back, 14.7mm up and 5mm outwards, further focusing the rider for fast road riding or track days. The seat height on the RR is 830mm. Triumph say they have aimed this bike at riders who want either a more focused Speed Triple or those who find their out-and-out sports bikes too focused for the road. The Speed Triple 1200 RR's wheels are lightweight cast aluminium and are covered in Pirelli Supercorsa SP V3 rubber. You will find Brembo Stylerman monoblock calipers on 320mm discs with a Brembo radial master cylinder and multi-click adjustable brake lever. Out the back is a 220mm disc with a 2-piston Brembo caliper and rear master cylinder with a separate reservoir. Suspension is taken care of by Öhlins, having 43mm upside down fully adjustable forks with an Öhlins fully adjustable rear monoshock and linkage. The Speed Triple RS also has full Öhlins suspension, but the RR goes up a level as the Öhlins on the RR are electronically adjustable. The Speed Triple 1200 RR has Öhlins top end Smart EC 2.0 electronically adjustable and semi-active suspension. Let's get into that now. On the RR, the electronically adjustable suspension is mapped to the riding mode, of which there are 5, including a customizable mode, although you can change suspension and rider mode settings within the presets and do it while on the move. As well as adjusting electronically with the rider modes or as you want, the semi-active element of the suspension constantly measures a number of inputs like speed of travel, lean angle, braking input and throttle input, and constantly adjusts the compression and rebound damping to adapt and optimize the suspension setting at any given moment. Keeping the bike in a constant sweet spot of suspension setting, this all happens seamlessly regardless of road or track surface or how you are riding. There is an optically bonded 5-inch TFT dash where you can adjust all the settings using the handlebar controls. The 5 rider modes are road, rain, sport, track and the rider configurable mode where you can save your own settings without changing any of the defaults. But as mentioned, you can change the defaults if you wish and everything can be changed while on the move. To keep you safe, there is switchable cornering ABS and cornering traction control by way of the 6-axis IMU. The RR has all-round LED lighting with self-cancelling indicators, and to keep you comfortable, cruise control and a full keyless system as standard. Heated grips and a tyre pressure monitoring system are also available as options. As with the RS, the RR comes standard with the MyTriumph Connect system, which allows for on-screen turn-by-turn navigation, music and call control of your phone via the handlebars, and with it you can also operate a GoPro via the handlebar controls as well, which are illuminated for ease of use at night. To go along with its more focused poise and purpose, the RR has Triumph's up and down quickshifter, developed with Triumph's involvement as the Moto2 engine supplier. Yes, the Speed Triples come with Moto2 race developed quickshifters. The system doesn't just cut the ignition, but also regulates the fuel and throttle position to get a really smooth shift, and has an auto blipper for the downshifts. There is also a front wheel lift control system to keep you driving forwards. The Speed Triple RR starts at £17,950 in the UK, that's a £2,450 premium over the Speed Triple RS, but the electronically adjustable and semi-active all-in suspension can account for most, if not all of that. In the US, the RR starts at $20,950, €21,400 in Spain, and prices in Australia are yet to be confirmed. Service intervals are 10,000 miles, that's 16,000 kilometers or 12 months, and the Speed Triple RR comes with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty. There are over 30 accessories available for the Speed Triple 1200 RR, including options for luggage, security and protection, as well as styling and personalization touches. There is no getting away from it for me. This is a stunning bike, and if you want your Speed Triple with a more focused riding position instead of sit-up Street Fighter, then here is your bike. And if I didn't mention, it is absolutely stunning. This is a real poster bike. If you were still a teenager, this is what you would have on the bedroom wall. The Speed Triple 1200 RR does come at a premium over the RS, and it is 1 kilogram heavier than the RS2, but the electronic suspension and fairing can account for this, just as they can account for the extra price. What Triumph have created in the RR is a cutting-edge machine that bridges the gap between the high-performance street fighter that is the Speed Triple 1200 RS and an all-out lap-time chasing 200 plus horsepower superbike. A bike that is more focused than a street fighter, taking full advantage at the track, but that you can live with and feel at home with on road in all situations. With the Speed Triple 1200 RR, Triumph have created the ultimate cafe racer, and I think it is undoubtedly one of the standout bikes of the year. But those are my thoughts. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something about the new Speed Triple 1200 RR. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel and is always really appreciated. Remember to subscribe for new motorcycle videos each week. Click the link on screen for a more in-depth look at the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. But whatever you do, have a great day and thanks for watching.